They need to check themselves sometimes. But just remember, pride comes before the fall.
Anything specific?
This year, pride comes before the fall.
Welcome back, Better Rivals, Ted and Tom. I'm not going to talk about football this segment. I'm talking about back to basketball at Michigan Line and Mitch McGarry and how great that is, what John Beeline's doing with his basketball program. They're ranked 18th in the country right now.
This is so Michigan.
Now you got these great recruits like Glenn Robinson III coming on.
This is so Michigan. You get more geeked about recruits than the actual games on the playing field.
Well, it's something to cheer about, something to embrace basketball. They renovated the...
Because you don't have to prove anything.
Well, that's it, but they've renovated the basketball arena now, and things are looking good. The student body, I think they purchased like 2,000 tickets. So anyway, the reason I'm so embraced by this is the fact that it makes up for this horrific moment in my life as a fan of the Michigan Wolverines for 4 decades when I started that enthusiasm back when I was 8 years old, watching Cassie Russell at Yost Ice Arena. It's a fact that January, Ted, of 2001 was the absolute lowest point for me as a Michigan fan. The Spartans...
Lowest point. How could it be the lowest point?
I'll tell you what.
Lower than the timeout.
Oh, way lower than the timeout.
Oh, okay. This has got to be terrible.
This was terrible, okay? In 2000, Sparty wins the national championship, Mateen Cleaves. The following year, Jay Rich is a sophomore, okay? Michigan's got a point guard named Avery Queen. I had season tickets, believe it or not. Chris Young was a stud center.
Gary Coleman.
From Detroit Catholic Central. And so the Spartans come in there, and I'm all pumped up. I'm all jacked up, because the Wolverines are, this is where they're going to win this game. I just had this gut
Finally
feeling.
turned the corner.
Absolutely. Got them at home. We're going to sneak up on Sparty, okay?
At Chrysler.
So I'm at Chrysler Arena. Okay, the Wolverines come out. I'm singing the victors. I'm going, hail to the victors. I'm doing all that stuff. And what happens? Here comes Sparty out of the tunnel doing their little circle jerk, like this. And all of a sudden I'm hearing, go green, go white, go green, go white. And I'm trying to sing the victors, and I'm going, I can't even hear myself. It was so humiliating, okay? Then the game starts out. Michigan jumps up 9-5. My wife's sitting next to me, a Sparty grad, and she's getting mad at me because I'm bitching about the playing calls and all of a sudden. She says, sit down. I said, hold on a sec, man. This is my game. This is my game, I tell her. And so she just, backs right off, okay? So about maybe like 20 minutes later, all of a sudden Michigan's not ahead 9-5. They're down 35-9, okay? And she looks at me and she says, I guess it's my game now. So that was humiliation moment number one. Then I look up and my buddy Steve Adler sitting up in the gold. He's just the most anti-Michigan. He's
the upper bowl.
The upper bowl. And it's T-shirt time, and they're shooting these T-shirts up. And all of a sudden, up one, Adler catches this Michigan maize and blue T-shirt.
A Michigan State guy.
Yeah, a Michigan State guy. And all of a sudden, he takes it and he goes like this, right in front of all the Spartan fans. And they're all going crazy. They're taking over the arena. Michigan State ends up winning this game like 93-61. It was the lowest moment, Ted, ever as a Michigan basketball fan in 2001.
Well, there's a reason why Chrysler Arena was called Breslin East for so many years.
Oh, and that thing repeated on and off in the early 2000s. Michigan, when Tommy Amaker, they stole one in there when Daniel Horton was a freshman. They did win that. But this is so sweet now.
The last All-American that you recruited.
Yeah, absolutely. But now, all of a sudden, Michigan.
He's a grandfather now, right?
Michigan swept Sparty last year, okay? And they're going to sweep them again this year. And then they're going to sweep them again next year. Because Tom Izzo don't have squat diddly on that team this year.
In the category of hold your horses there, buddy, is an article that was in the AnnArbor.com by a gentleman named Nick Baumgardner. Everyone is all frothing up about Mitch McGarry, right?
Yeah.
So
like the next Gerard Ward, right?
So, exactly. This idiot leads with Final Four contender. A look at what Mitch McGarry and Michigan basketball could look like in 2012-13.
Well, maybe that's getting a little bit ahead of the game.
Just a little.
All I really want from this program, beating Sparty like they did, a sweep would be nice like last year. And just being in the NCAA tournament where it's not, it's not
a bubble.
Yeah, it's an automatic. You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
that. It's not that
I wanna-
close up
I
of the
wanna-
team sitting there.
You know, like going like this, or me back here, you know, laying on the floor, you know, white knuckles a whole bit. You know the Wolverines, it's all about seating. That's what I want this basketball program to be.
Getting that last at-large bid in the Western region.
I don't know who got bubble busted. I don't want Michigan to be that, and I don't think under John Beilein. I mean, the first year, Ted, I was a little bit shaky, and I didn't see the turnaround, but man, he's turned it around now, and I love this team. I love basketball, football. We'll see how it happens. We'll talk more. Bitter Rivals, Ted and Tom, back after this.